And looks like we're off. Nice. And we're gonna see what's in Link's house. Just a heart piece. And looks like Boost Player is actually starting off in Link's house. We're gonna get the runner synced in just a moment, but in the meantime, I'm gonna quickly check out what's on the higher island. Just some rupees, so he's gonna ignore it. Nice little bomb drop there, and etium gonna show off quick little clips that I didn't knew about until he showed it actually. And he can use a bit of clipping and an upwards teleport there to get onto the island next to Hobo and get straight to Hobo. And deathFouton just grabs rupees and gone for Sanctuary.
And the hobo just has a piece of heart, so etium is off, and we'll see if he goes back to Sync. Nope, he's probably going to go to Saha.
Probably gonna go to Saha, check the map, and if Eastern is dependent, might go inside. Might not. It's not a too often seen play to see someone go for Eastern early.
And Futon looks like he missed out on Bonk Rocks on the way up and then realized it, so went back and got a heart container. And etium just getting some bombs and a little bit of rupees from Saha's closet. Not a whole lot going on there, but early bombs is nice.
Just some rupee on the lumberjack ledge, so not gonna see any runner beat Aghanim today unless it's hard lock required for Dark World access.
Yep, and etium gave us a map check. I believe I saw all crystals.
Yeah, and it looks like our tracker also catch Desert Palace to be one of the 5-6 crystals. 5-6 crystals in glitched modes are not as important as they are in regular modes because we can clip inside. But for the clip, we do need to find the mirror. So if the mirror ends up being locked behind the Pyramid Fairy, Zeus can be still important.
And Futon going to grab an extra bomb from that bonk rock because we are in overworld glitches. We start with the boots, and that means we can get these bombs. Looks like he's going to farm a few up using the fortune teller to reset that rock. Alright, and in Blind's basement, we've got a blue mail, a piece of heart, the cane of Samaria, and a shovel.
So we this is a chow we will probably see a shake of that early on. It's pretty easy to route in with overworld glitches, but also easy to forget. And that Mario is just nice because you don't have to worry that much about Totrock or Maya. It's still a slight worry, and of course, against how big he is now a bit easier available. The cane can sometimes troll for quite some time.
Yeah, the cane also gives you access to most chests in Turtle Rock, which is also nice. The only thing that it You still need the fire rod for the front 2 chests that are locked by that, but I mean,
Well, we of course still need ice rod and fire rod for the boss. And of course either the moon pearl or the mirror to enter. If you don't have either of those, entering Third Rock is not a thing. Hey, talking about the ice rod, we are only needing the fire rod and some means to get into Turtle Rock to beat Trinex now.
and our library bookcase has for us a piece of heart, so Futon says, no thanks, I don't need it.
Oh, a bunch of money on the race game. We might see Futon clip to it, and he tries and gets it. And he is not stuck, which is good. But not going for the clip up there. You can from up there clip straight to desert if you know how. And the most important item that is not on our tracker, just the bugnet.
So now Futon's gonna check on out what's in desert here. Won't be able to complete it because we don't have a fire source, but can possibly get up to 2 items.
Did Futon skip out the hint tile there?
I believe so.
Interesting that Futon decides to take damage there. You can place a bomb and use the chest opening to lock the enemies in place while the bomb still explodes, similar to how you often see people do it. The same in Hype Cave for opening the wall.
Well, Futon did not miss much on that hint tile, but he's going to go back for it anyway.
Yeah. I just wanted to say he saved some time and then he lost the time.
So we got both items in here, just 2 packs of bombs, and it's a bit disappointing. So Futon gonna head out, and looks like we're gonna get a shovel check.
Yep, check dig spot, check out K45, and if he finds the glove in the next 2 chests, we'll probably also do checkerboard. Otherwise, he'll end up with Egina, wouldn't be my guess. Ooh, powder. That's already a thing that we can check. We do not have the mirror or the hammer, but there's a clip. Like always.
And it's a bit interesting that we have a shovel leading to a magic powder. What's next? The magic powder leading to mushroom?
Yeah, and that magic, powder leading to bottle, and that bottle leading to the book.
Sounds like a fun time.
looks like Futon actually gonna skip out on Egina for now. Let's hope that's not gonna be bad overall.
Well, it looks like etium will show us whether it is good or bad. So, oh, it looks like Futon's going for that powder early.
Yeah, what you have to do for that one is you clip slightly into the wall, and afterwards need to dash jump north, which jumps you over the screen transition. You instantly transition backwards, and that will allow you to get about half the screen over. You land inside the wall, and from there you can get out into the Batcave. Magic Button has nothing, Agina has nothing as well.
I didn't know. I never thought about it, but I didn't know you could fake powder with the powder.
Yeah, I do it often enough in Guns Tower. If I end up having no magic after, but in the room we found Molom too.
And it looks like Futon is going to go back for Agina.
And etium, of course, also going to check out the shovel. Finds his powder and probably ignores it, apparently. Okay, looks like he's gonna ignore it for now and probably head for South Shore.
Oh, looks like he's gonna go into the castle without a weapon except for some bombs. So
well, yeah,
you've got
we have Samaria.
9 bombs. Oh yeah, Samaria, but
we also
should
got,
be enough magic with the 2 small.
Well, Samaria doesn't really need that much magic. It's more a challenge of manipulating the block in a way that it kills the enemies.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Futon does the checks that I would have thought about, being South Shore. And we are starting out with some rupees in the chest. And yes, we are playing The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. We did shuffle around a few things through. It may not be that the bow is in Eastern Palace.
Alright, so Futon is going to show us Mini Moldorm Cave, which is a Light World Hype Cave, as some people like to refer to it.
And hey, there's the glove and the flippers. So Zero and Logic.
Yep, with those flippers, Futon can go and clear the entirety of Zora's domain in one go.
And with that glove, whenever he gets too close to desert again, he can check out the Shagabot Cave. Also, he can check out the Bag of Escape if he wants to. Just a heart container, but he's not only here for the item, he's also arming a so-called water walk by dashing along the corner of the hole. Meanwhile, Etium did use the ice rod to freeze an enemy and kill the one chain gun with that frozen enemy. Also, since we do have the flippers, arming a water walk based on where you use it, might not help out too much. And if he tries to keep it until after waterfall, he won't be able to use it. You cannot open the chest in waterfall and keep the water walk.
Yep, and he's just using that water walk. Oh, he's got the flippers, so
Yeah.
when you have water walk and you have flippers, if you walk across shallow water, it will cancel your water walk.
Also, something interesting: if you dash onto shallow water in a water walk state while having flippers, you kind of don't stop dashing for the game. So if you would then walk into a wall or swim into a wall, you can bonk, and even after the bonking, that flag won't get cleared. So you can keep on bonking, and in certain spots can even bonk a lot.
And etium making nice use of that Samaria block to kill the mini moldworms.
With just some bombs on the Zora ledge, we won't see anything special. But we don't see Zeus Garden. We aren't paying a lot of money now for just his rod, so that's nice.
I'd pay 500 for a sword.
Would you pay 500 for the gold sword or for the fighter's rod?
The fighter sword.
Yeah, gold sword just looks good. Not that much more effective than the tempered sword.
And the backup escape, not having a whole lot.
We
I don't
do
know if
have
Etium
the-
checked Dark Cross.
He didn't. He saved a bit out of there still, but Futon knows that there is an item in Dark Cross because Pick of this game had boost the map and the small key, so there are no dungeon items left that are in chests. Futon, align with the wall and just dash. If you do dash at the aligned with the lower part of the wall below the chest and bonk off the torch, you're perfectly aligned with the chest. Also, yeah,
Etium,
Etium now finds his rod.
Yep, picking up that sword, and he looks to be grabbing. Oh wait, maybe
No,
he's gonna do a Zora DMA.
He's gonna go for the Zora DMA, and if you don't know what the DMA is, DMA stands for Death Mountain Ascent, and what that means is, well, it's one of a few glitches that allow us to get onto the mountain without having necessarily all the items. And this one is pretty special, since the way it works, it gets us over here. Etium gonna get a somewhat precise position here, gonna jump over, has to... Okay, he goes for one that he can save it from here. It's not the one that I'm mostly familiar with.
Yeah.
It's one that works. It got him to the bottom of Spiral Cave.
With that one, if you navigate it properly, you can actually end up on the top portion of Spiral Cave.
Yeah, which is actually extremely good if you want to afterwards go for go to Hera and save the old man. And we got the bow and our second shield.
That's a very nice find by Etium. That will allow him to complete Eastern.
And I'm sure that etium overall is just glad to find it because he, as far as I know, has some problems getting the mimic clip together. So just being able to get that board out of the way is a nice thing to have.
Yep. Oh, and he does not get the bomb jump, so he's going to go back upstairs and give it another shot.
Well, to be honest, usually you do not want to do this bomb jump more than once because it only saves the trip of going around once. But once you do it twice, it's not any much more as time save and more just pride of getting it done. Some arrows on the floating island. We won't see any clips to get that one.
And round Atium goes. Where he stops, everybody knows because there's a little hole in the floor where we're going to get our next check here.
Also, talking about the bow that Etium find on the Death Mountain. Photon right now in Eastern Palace without it. He will have to double dip in here.
So it looks like Etium is going to check the back of escape and probably Dark Cross here. Let's see.
And there's the Moon Pearl. Nice to have, but would be nicer to be able to clear out the dungeon right now. Ether requires the hammer. That hint overall is most likely to showcase the Swamp Palace Big Chest because of the way the hint tiles work. The chest has a high likelihood to have hint, and it's one of the chests that have the requires the hammer hint. And by the way, talking about medallions right now, we will never need the Turtle Rock medallion unless we screw up. So I hope we never need that. It may be a really nice route in some cases, but it's never required. Photon right now doing, by the way, a different form of Death Mountain Ascent. And this is a classic Death Mountain Ascent, which gets him straight to the Old Man Cave, where he then can get the Old Man and the second quit point. Etium right now going for a clip because Eastern clip. He is doing something where he jumps off the bottom of the screen if he gets it. Optimally, you save like 8 seconds or something over going around.
Yeah, I would say this is one you probably wouldn't want to do unless you know how to do it exactly every time.
Yeah,
because it's just minimal time save.
Yeah, it's one of those clips you would in the speedrun. Everyone either can do it and goes for it or doesn't do it because it's only 10 seconds, but talking about minimum time saves, fluid. In Overworld glitches, that thing is not so needed. It's still relatively early in the seed, so if Futon ends up in Kakarika at some point, he might stay activated. Also, nice hint.
Yeah,
So,
the best use of the bow or the flute in Overworld glitches, I feel, is easy access to the witch in case you want to buy some potions.
I personally would say best use for the flute is to deliver the purple chest and get back to your Darkwood portal that you left behind. Otherwise, don't do it. Well, okay, there's always... In most cases, you activate it. It's some cache Nimaya. Nice.
Etium picking up his moon pearl.
Yeah, he will probably soon start his Darkwood walkthrough. But of course, first he's gonna clear out Eastern Palace and get himself his first crystal.
Yep, and I imagine he'll probably go to... I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to Hera afterwards, because you might as well get it out of the way if you can.
Well, considering that he still hasn't done he still hasn't rescued the Old Man, he will probably do Desmond Ascent into Old Man save into Heraclip and go like that into Hera, check out what's in Specrock, and then go from there to the Dark World.
Looks like Etium took a little bit more damage than he wanted to, so he's going to go get some safety fairies and head back up to the Armos Knights.
Okay, Futon does skip out on this hint. So I'm sure that etium won't skip out on it, so we will see what's going on in there in some moment.
Yeah, I've noticed that the quality of the hints ever since the update has been pretty good.
Yeah, the hints may not tell you, hey, go to swamp, but they may tell you, don't go to left side swamp. Etium going for Amos. He did miss the quicker and had to shoot 4 arrows into the last Amos Knight. But yeah, this is the first crystal for etium.
And he's starting at Sank, so this is probably going to be a Death Mountain ascent, like you said, into saving the old man.
And Futon finds his bow.
Just as the hint tile promised.
So right now, looks like he's going for the Darkwood trip now.
Now, Futon already went into Eastern, so I expect he's going to go into the Dark World and probably take care of the Armos Knights later.
Yeah, he may find the mirror and hammer at some point and can do it together with Palace of Darkness. Also, map chest. Green at Maya, pendants at Seatown and Ice. And 5-6 at Turtle Rock.
So Futon is going to East Death Mountain and gonna go check Super Bunny and at least the bonkable chest in Hookshot Cave. If not, a Turtle Rock dip as well.
Well, since he's already here and has kind of from Maria, I'd assume he would go for a Turtle Rock dip. He would find the hammer, he might do instead chose to go for Palace of Darkness area.
And Futon picking up the Titan's mitts in Super Bunny Cave, so while those are not really required for much of anything in Overworld glitches, they are a bit of a convenience item.
Yeah, they will allow us to go into Ice Palace without fancy stuff. They would allow us to check the Smith without fancy stuff, and allow us to check hammer packs without fancy stuff. But overall, it's not required.
Alright, so Etium is going to go kill Moldorm, and this will be Crystal 2. And Futon is gonna go play with the Pokey. Killing this thing is not fun when you don't have like the Fire Rod or something.
Yeah, with Ice Rod he could freeze him, which makes him at least not run away as much.
And down goes Moldorm on Etium's side, so that's Crystal 2. And Futon's moving into the Chain Chomp room to see what's there.
Also, talking about Futon, moves here right now, he just used the Poke Key to get to the Turtle Rock Big Chef, which is fine. But he may still need a key, and he doesn't have the key. He is locked out by the medallion unless there's a key on either Laser Bridge or Crystal Roller.
And Etium is going to give this hit tile a check, so this could be something useful. And the Swamp Palace Big Key requires the hammer.
Yes, that means the Swamp Palace Big Key is in the big chest, so he has another hammerlock chest.
Actually, it could be anywhere in Swamp Palace.
No, it can't. The only locations that are able to have dungeon item hints are the locations that have all the that are marked as worst locations, and the only one that is set and has a single hint in Swamp Palace is the big chest.
Well, looks like Sick Kid has $50. Futon picking up a bottle somewhere.
Yeah, we did hit a bottle in Paradox Cave. Also, we do have normal Dark World access. We don't need to worry that much about Dark World access. we got the fire rod, so now having that one key would have been nice for Futon. And
It looks like
etium.
Yeah, it looks like he's going in
Etium.
for the back way to Hookshot Cave, which is interesting.
Etium, you do have the glove. You do have the glove. Like, okay. Well, I guess he jumped off the top. But even then, it would be faster to go back out and come from the front, just because of the two bomb wards. Also, you would have been able to check out through one cave while on the way.
Looks like he's gonna try a hover.
And he missed it. I'm probably sure that he won't go for it again.
Yeah, I'm not sure if etium can hover or if he's just given it a try. He may be able to do it infrequently.
Yeah, he may have practiced it, gotten a few times, and just says, okay, let's give it a try while I'm here.
Meanwhile, Futon getting that fire rod and going into the back of Skull Woods.
Etium now in Turtle Rock. He also did go through the middle entrance, so let's see if he will save the poke key to check out the front.
Etium using that powder to get those anti-fairies out of the equation. And gonna use some B strats here.
Definitely some nice trick. Looks like the bee didn't like standing around for too long. Okay, etium gonna also use the key. We still can go through the back of Turtle Rock, which is not in logic, so, but we can use that to skip out on whatever medallion we might need to enter, logically.
And just a compass on the moth, but Futon picking up his second crystal here. Etium getting bullied by those chain chomps a little.
And he finds out the truth that he kinda will have to come back for with the medallion or something else. And you may have just seen the crystals being a bit weird, right? That's because he is right now in a state we call fake Dark World, which happens after you die in a Dark World dungeon.
So now what is Etium's plan here?
Well, probably going for Desmond Descent, or
Looks like he's gonna go to
activate the fruit and just go ahead and use the mids normally. Yes. Or okay.
Gonna check King's Tomb first.
Yeah, but at that point you still would have gone for the mountain first to check Graveyard Dodge while at it.
So Futon is searching for those items in Skull Woods there. So picking up a piece of heart. And that must be the second item there. Etium activating that flute, and Futon headed to Village of Outcasts.
So yeah, I'd assume that Futon gonna enter Seaftown and maybe check out the front 4 chests, just to maybe get some items out there, or not gonna. Okay, he decided he's gonna not do it.
Etium forgetting that he already did Desert Ledge.
Yeah, in this ones you can kind of forget a few things pretty easily.
And just a piece of heart on the dig game. Futon continuing on. Doesn't look like he... Oh, looks like he's gonna go grab the smith here, because we got Titans, so why not?
Yeah, and he might actually go for Futon. You don't have the mirror, right? Right.
That's correct. And Bombos is the medallion that will be required for Meyer if we need to get in.
Yeah, just put the quake that's required for Turtle Rock on Green Pendant, and Bruce Blair is gonna hate himself. You can still save it. Okay, well done, Etium. You want to just dash straight out after the teleport and jump from there. That's always laying you up in a good way.
Alright, so Futon gonna return the smith home and give us a look at what they got cooking. And it's just a tip for bringing them back home.
You sure they're not forging money?
That could be true.
Also, Etium showing off a nice little shortcut.
And it looks like Futon is going back for that checkerboard cave. Meanwhile, Etium checking out Hype Cave. We got a blue boomerang, a mirror shield, and some health. That's about it.
Hey, come, we have the mirror shield, the best shield in the entire game if you want to lag. And of course, Futon did check out what's in Checkerboard Cave, which is just the 10 bomb pack from the uncle if you play random standard, random sword standard mode. And yes, we did check Magic Bed for just 20 rupees.
And looks like Etium is trying to get into the water so that he can get over to the east side of the Dark World faster than swimming around. And
hey.
Futon finding the hammer in the front 4 of Thieves Town. That's big.
I feel like that's like the 10th time we had the hammer in front of Pendant Thieves Town throughout the tournament. Are we sure that everything's random? And we got the mushroom.
So now Futon, if he gets the mirror, will be able to route in Pod and Eastern Palace nicely.
Looks like he gonna ignore that and just gonna check out Pod. Or not?
Yeah, if you're gonna do them together, you'll do Eastern first since you don't have the mirror.
But he's at least going for the Eastern clip as well. It gets it a bit faster than etium earlier, but it's not that huge. It's for him. He could have just used the gloves to get up instead.
Alright, so Etium looks to be going for the graveyard ledge.
Also, let me quickly mention something that Chat said. The laser bridge is not in logic until we find whatever medallion is required for Turtle Rock. We did not find the small key in the front or in the middle. So small keys are in the front, back, and the big key is in the front as well.
And it's just a piece of heart. Etium is going to say, I'll take it. And grab some blue potion. He could use that for a fake flute in the Dark World if he wants to, or just for safety.
Yeah, let's call it good flute because you do not have to wait till the bird is on screen and off screen.
So Etium is going into Skullwoods.
I would be wondered if he does this before checking Village of the Outcast, since he already wasn't there, so he should have the Fire Rod, but gonna look at his menu in just a moment.
I don't know where Futon exactly found the Fire Rod, but
the Fire Rod is in chess game. Etium did not check chess game. Well, not yet at least. He will probably do it after checking out Skullwoods.
Yeah, he'll be able to check these front chests now that he's got a key, small key. He'll be able to do it pretty quickly, and then he'll get pretty much locked out by the Fire Rod. And now Futon is going into Palace of Darkness, so taking the lead on crystals after completing that Easter Palace, and was working on his fourth now. I'm just looking at our layout here, and really, if our runners may need the Turtle Rock medallion if they can't do Laser Bridge Clip.
Yeah.
But other than that, we just need the mirror and another sword.
And the hookshot. We have Swamp Palace's crystal.
Oh yeah, hookshot. So Etium is going to be doing the Village of Outcasts here.
Yeah, gonna tell himself that he should have checked this out before going for Skull Woods in just a moment.
And there's that fire rod. So now, what will Etium do? Will he go through Thieves Town for the front four before going back for Skull Woods? Looks like he's gonna do Dig Game.
And maybe afterwards gonna do the Smith if he gets the opportunity, if he decides to do so.
So Dig Game was just a piece of heart. Futon, meanwhile, still working through Pod. Going on the Bowlock side.
Yeah, finds 20 rupees. I think this is the first item. Okay, Mascar or Tracker saying it's the second, and I trust her. She does a great job. And Futon gets a bit knocked out by this bomb there. I usually like to just drop down and use that to get back to the door because the way is a bit shorter.
And Etium didn't get the graveyard clip the first time, but gets it the second time. So I believe this is our first look here at the graveyard ledge.
Yeah, we did saw the Kingston earlier, but this is the first look at Graveyard Ledge.
So just a piece of heart. Nothing to see here. Moving on. Alright, so I imagine Etium is going to head back into the dark... Oh, no, maybe not.
No, he's going for desert now. He wants to clear out desert because he's here, or... Okay, he's going for desert.
Yeah, he's going to do checkerboard and probably desert after that. Alright, so Etium is going into desert here and going to clear that out. And we do still have Hera Basement with 1 item, so that could come back at some point. Now that we have our fire source in that fire rod.
Yeah. Also to mention, deathFouton is right now in not the easiest dark room.
Yeah, not a whole lot in pod, but does have that fire rod to make this a lot easier. And dispatching the turtles nicely. Etium taking down the Landmo. Etium is going up to Death Mountain.
He might look into Gannon's Tower right now, or maybe into going into Laser Bridge from the back of for the back of Turtle Rock. And he's not resetting his camera, so he's going for Gannon's Tower.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he knows the itemless laser bridge skip.
Well, he doesn't need to know the itemless. Also, etium still line up with etium, just line up with the wall and dash buffer through. You don't need to one frame this.
And I think he accidentally saved and quit.
I actually think that he got the wrong jump and decided and just saved and quit out. Yeah, GT clip is one of the easiest ones to get. You pretty much just need to learn how to either clip or hook speed. He doesn't have soak shot, so he would need to clip, which it's a left side clip, and you don't even have to go to any specific pixel. You just line up with the wall and run through. I think he's a bit too high right now. Yeah, etium, please.
But meanwhile, Futon is going to grab some potions, it looks like.
Yeah, he grabbed a blue one, so he might want to use that one at some point for a Dark World exploration and Dark Pursuits.
And Etium gets the clip to GT, so Futon go to check out Graveyard Ledge, and the Etium finds the Cane of Berna up on the torch, and is going to go grab a key.
Yeah, that kind of Burner is the second best weapon to beat Armors with, but we got the best weapon, so we probably not gonna need that.
And there's the hook shot!
I'm sure Etium hates this game right now.
Now, Futon might be headed to GT as well here.
Yeah, would be pretty normal.
So Futon will, looks like he's gonna go give Spike Cave a shot.
Also, don't worry too much about Sama. Sama locks out enough spots, that you're gonna get there. So as long as he finds everything else and is locked out of enough stuff, he will find that one.
Yeah, this could be beneficial for Etium in a way if Big Key is right side, because Futon will be tempted to go full clear GT if he doesn't find the mirror.
Yeah. Also, with the key layout of the dungeon, there were only 2 small keys and chests available. The right side play won't be will not have logic without having the hammer. So all the items here are hammerlocked. Same for armors.
Alright, so Futon is in GT and is gonna check the right side chest in Hope Room first. Gonna get that hook shot there.
And he's gonna go straight for the play to right side, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, etium right now almost at Ice Armors and Bob's chest. No, there was no hint for Tyrone. It's just not worth skipping out on it. By the time you know that Tyrone is trash, you already cleared out the dungeon.
Alright, so Etium will check out what's behind Armos Knights. Looks like he's
yeah.
filling up on magic for the Blue
Etium,
Cane strat.
please. Etium, please, just wait 5 seconds till the boss is moving. Thanks. Yeah, nice. If Amos is not moving, then this strat is not as effective because you only get half of them.
Alright, so we got a small key, a heart container, and some bombs.
Okay, I believe with that small key, well, technically, logic in this game now would ask the players to skip out on random room and go straight for ice armors before going to back for render room.
Alright, so Etium leaving GT and is gonna go, let's see, maybe Hookshot Cave here?
I would assume the basement of Hera. Or not, but he was thinking about it, but yeah, he's going for Hookshot Cave and maybe check out what's the medallion for Touch Rock while he's there. Also, we do have the Master Sword and a book.
So all we need now is maybe a medallion and the mirror.
Hey, that is a medallion is hammerlocked.
And there's a medallion.
We got bombers. We got 2 medallions now. And we got another sword. Nice. So etium will definitely end up on at least tempered sword. Etium, you already did check out Super Bunny. Oh, he wants magic. Okay, I understand. I see. I'm not dumb.
And there's our big key in Rando Room.
As our tracker points out, bombers would be required for Maya, but of course it's dependent, so we might not need to go in there. And Quake it is for Turtle Rock, so we can either sequence break that by going from the back with either the mirror or the mirrorless laser bridge clip, or we find the Quake medallion somewhere and go the intended way. I hope Etium realizes that there are pendant dungeons that he can go into, like SpeedGaming. Looks like he's going for SpeedGaming, yay. I think he thought for a moment about Ice Space and Maya.
And it looks like he's gonna clear out Skull Woods first.
Yeah, definitely not a bad choice.
So GT Basement doesn't really have anything. There's possibly something in the upper 4 chests, but looks like GT is pretty empty so far.
Well, it did
Besides that hook shot in the front.
swords. It did have 2 swords for Photon, and Etium will at least find one of them, maybe Bruce, based on when he finds the second one compared to the big key. And Futon right now taking the completely optimized road through that tries to switch room. Oh, Master Sweat was from port. Okay, nice.
Etium trying to get that moth off the wall. It's really annoying when he hugs the wall.
Yeah. Sometimes you think that he really likes to stay at the wall.
And down goes the
There he
moth.
goes. You just need to run into him long enough until he got all the hits in.
Futon going through the gauntlet here. This will be pretty big if if the mirror is at the top of GT, because I don't see etium going back for a little while.
He might, if he gets stuck at any point, that he just, because it's something to do, and it's a lot of checks that you can do along the way.
This looks like it might be a Thieves Town dip, so here's the, yep, this will be the hammer for etium.
Yeah, he kind of has almost everything cleared out already, so he has to go for pendants. So right now, gonna start out with Stone, which is the only one he logically can almost full clear at this point. Maya he can't full clear because of no lamp, and now he can full clear Stone no matter what logic says. And Ice Palace, of course, also needed the hammer, which he now has.
And it looks like etium is gonna continue on to the back here.
Yeah, looks like he might feel, or no, he just doesn't want to die.
Oh yeah, I guess a death warp would be a little annoying.
Yeah, I just don't know for what.
So.
Oh, he wants to check hammer packs. And maybe while he's here, also quickly go and do Thiefstone stuff.
Oh, and Futon finds the lamp all the way at the top of GT.
Yeah, we don't need that.
And another bee in a bottle.
Yes, well, we got 2 bottles now.
Alright, so etium gonna turn in purple chest here.
And Chest does make a comment about Isa, and we already found Isa in Ganon's Tower. It was in the double fiber chest. I think that's a map chest in vanilla.
Out of all the places Mirror could be, it's quite possible that it's in Mire. We've got Turtle Rock, but honestly, I can't think of a whole lot left that we haven't checked between these two runners.
Well, I would at least go for Turtle Rock at this point, because we can clear it out. We just don't have the Quake Medallion to actually make it in logic.
So etium will be getting Gold Sword at this point, because he's gonna full clear this.
I think there was Shetman, there was one of the spots in Palace of Darkness, so we will get tempered out of here, I think. Also, we still have the book, which could mean that tablets.
Yeah, that's right. We did find that book.
And Quake is technically logically required, but we can sequence break around it. And hey, that thing is supposed to be on a fish.
You got your Quake medallion, and where my Ether medallion is. Bombos was located in Hookshot Cave.
So at this point, Futon gonna clear Hookshot Cave and then go for opening Turtle Rock and get everything out there. And there is deathFouton's golden stick.
And Etium going for that Death Warp with that mini Moldorm.
Etium, you're forgetting a chest. It has nothing, but you're forgetting a chest.
Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt him.
Well, there is nothing in that. It was just a half piece or something dumb, but it's if there would be like Cimarron there, that would be bad.
Well, what would be bad at this point is him going back for it.
I think he just completely forgot about it, and he won't go back for it until it's his last check, or well, he gets told after in the interview that it's a right location, which it's not, so he don't have to worry.
Alright, and Futon grabbing the roller room chests, and there's our big key.
While he's already here, he's just gonna take a death swap. Hopefully he doesn't think about going out for Futon. You just died with Aghanim still alive. He's in fact Dark World, which puts him now into the Light World. Yay! He was planning to get straight to the big chest. Instead, he now has to hammer those definitely Light World packs down. I think overall it's still faster than going through with everything already cleared, but it definitely reduces the value of this play.
And Etium on the Lambo 2 fight. Futon is checking out Crystal Roller Room, and it's just a key, so Laser Bridge could be packed with some good stuff.
Yeah, we only have the map still left as dungeon item, so and the laser bridge should have some items.
And Etium through the gauntlet will be checking those last 4 chests out, finding out that not a whole lot of nothing there. And with the mirror shield, Futon will definitely be having an easy time at Laser Bridge.
Yeah, you can pretty much just walk through, and if you go for on the way back, you just go one step up before actually continuing to move out, and you're fine. Also, etium, you for. I don't think this will. Okay, it barely is enough.
Yep, and nothing but some nice to have items. Well, depending on your opinion on red mail. At this point, I mean, red mail wouldn't be that terrible. But I guess we still are missing. I guess we are still missing the mirror, so it's still not nice to have.
Yeah, no, a boomerang is nice to have if you don't have the blue one, but red mail, no. Red mail just makes death extremely slow. You know, let's get some guesses in where that mirror could be. My guess is SpeedGaming, the attic chest.
Let's go with the green pendant. But after etium is done with GT, I would think maybe pod would be the play. That's what I would do since you're right there.
Yeah, probably. It's one of the better opportunities to get Pulse of Darkness in. I think Futon was thinking about going from the how's it called, Mimic Caves there, but then kind of forgot that he can do it like that in Light World.
Looks like he's gonna check Desert and maybe the Bombos tablet afterwards. Well, at least finish Desert, I mean.
Yeah, makes sense, to be honest. Doing Desert right now, it's you have to do it. It's a good way to just keep thinking.
And at least etium will be able to move as quickly as possible through Palace of Darkness here, now that he's got that lamp. No struggling with stumbling around in the dark with the dark rooms there.
So yeah, once Futon is done with Desert, he has only Swamp left, so just gotta find that mirror somewhere.
Yeah, that mirror has to be in a pendant dungeon, in my opinion.
But you know, it could of course be like some dumb Overworld location, but I think we got pretty much all of them out of the way at this point. Or it could be an Inferno Cherry.
That is true.
You do have the 2 red crystals, and with that now completed.
Alright, so here's Bombo's tablet.
Hey, third bottle. And filled with Rigo, which we don't need.
Yeah, we just need the mirror at this point. We're good on everything else. And looks like Futon might be doing a Meyer play here.
deathFouton finds his cache near Misery Mire.
Yep, and it looks like he's gonna dip Meyer for to take a look, see if that mirror is here. Meanwhile, Etium clearing out Pod here.
Also, takes a quick opportunity to check the stun press there. It's just small magic, so nothing too crazy.
There's our big key.
Yep, got Maya. So if you can have it, you could just have that gap and go straight to boss. But of course, it's abandoned, and we are only here to get out as fast as possible.
Yeah, we want our items, and maybe he'll go for the green pendant.
And etium remembering that he has got himself a fairy and releases it before he takes it for the death swap.
And there's the red meringue.
It isn't red mail. In glitch mode, the boots get replaced by 5 rupees in the item pool. Or 20, I thought it was 5 rupees, but wasn't sure. And yes, Etium did die in Palace of Darkness, so he is in fact Darkworld, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he will probably leave or save and quit after this anyway. To be honest, being in fake Dark World would be better because he could flute to the mountain if he wants to. Because I would assume that going to Turtle Rock would be his next play. And Futon, save and quit out of Meyer, doesn't grab the green pendant.
Okay. What's he doing now? Thief's down? Thief's down. Is he going for a pet check? Futon,
Looks like
leaving behind the green pendant, but go instantly for a pet check.
Well, he's still got time. That he doesn't know that, but he.
Yeah, he's fine, but the green pendant is an item either way. I would argue to check pet instantly afterwards, but not bail out of the green pendant. Well, okay, looks like Futon is gonna go back for Thiefstone now.
And Etium will be getting that Quake.
So yeah, Etium will not have to do the pretty dumb way to get into Turtle Rock from behind. He can just go from the front. And Etium did check the purple chest.
I say, this mirror is quite elusive.
And we did not see Permanent, which I kind of called out like a bit early.
And if Etium can complete Turtle Rock before Futon finds that mirror, he will have a chance to get back in this, but right now Futon does have quite the advantage.
Yeah, Etium will have to either go straight towards Thiefstone or Permanent Ferry and have to be correct on that, or go Chaos Maya. We did already check pedestal, it's useless. Also, Hera Basement. Etium did thought about checking that a bit earlier, but kinda in the end did not do it. There's the big key that makes the right side definitely hookshot locked. We do have hookshot, so it doesn't matter, but it's always nice to note stuff like that.
And Etium just gonna dash through the rollers because we want to get that death warp set up as fast as possible.
Yeah, he also gonna get sent to fake Darkwood, and he is not leaving, so he won't, or don't leave. Well,
he can just reset, and he's got the.
He forgot about it.
He'll realize very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why the runners are are deciding to clip here because they have the Titan's mitts.
Because dead rocks are annoying. Also, optimally clipping is faster than even picking up the rock.
I mean,
It's
if you
not
get it
swag
right
if
away.
it's faster. Chat, it's not swag if it's faster, and it's technically faster if you get it.
But Etium is headed to the back of Turtle Rock. We'll be picking up just some safeties and killing Trinex. Meanwhile, Futon still hunting ice. Has not found the mirror yet.
So yeah, it looks like it might be either Stevestone, Hero Basement, Pyramid Cherry, or Green Pendant. Hey, we got ourselves a cape. That's definitely the item in the area of the tracker that we were looking for. Did we check Bumper Ledge?
I think so.
I would be wondered, but also not surprised if our runners decided to skip out on it, because it's pretty easy to forget if you come from if you don't come from the mountain. And here's Etium's bad mail.
I want to say Futon went past it, but I actually don't recall everyone ever seeing someone check it, so I guess maybe it's possible they didn't.
We do not need the cave to shake the bumper ledge, even in NMG, and we do not need the cave to get the bumper ledge in Overworld ledges and above.
But maybe that cape will, if Futon didn't already check it, maybe it'll prompt him to do so.
Nah, he's going for Parametry.
And Etium may go for Pyramid Fairy straight after this, so this has the potential to be close.
Yeah. If it's in Thieves Town and Etium decides to go there first, that would be slight advantage for him. If it's in Parametry and Etium decides to go there first, that would be a good advantage. Well, that would be a pretty close race at that point. If it's whatever else and Boost decide to go there right now, that's a pretty close race. We do not necessarily care too much about silvers. And Etium is gonna check out Spike Cave. And it's not in Permanent Ferry.
Man, this mirror is elusive. And I think we only have one item left in Thieves Town. I think there were 3 items in the front.
And it looks like Futon is now checking out the... or not. Where's Futon going?
Maybe do a
Catfish? Catfish, I think.
Yeah. Etium has not checked Magic Bat, but we know that's nothing. And we know Catfish is nothing, because Etium checked that already.
So we are down to Hero Basement and Thieves Town. Etium right now is pretty close to Thieves Town. He might go there.
Or Green Pendant.
Or Green Planet, yeah. And of course, we still might have the bumper ledge based on if our runners actually did skip to check that.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Etium did not. Futon, I thought he went past that area. And, looks like they both...
Oh, okay.
Etium's going
Etium
for
goes
Bedreed.
for pet check first. He might still go and do Thieves Town, but Bedreed is first for him.
And Futon is going for Thieves Town.
And yes, chat, we did do the entirety of Escape already.
Etium is gonna flute.
Yeah, it's I think faster to go from here to 3 with flute, but I think he partly wants to go for Promontory first, which is fine. Etium just need to make the right call. He needs to make the right call and be not too far behind Futon, then he has a chance.
Yeah, at this point, it's really all about who makes the right call. Futon has done a few checks that Etium has not. But Etium has done quite a few checks already.
Yeah.
All Etium has left, really, I think, is Thieves Town, Hera Basement, and
Ice Palace.
and Ice Palace.
Yeah, and maybe Etium would go for Green Pendant if he goes into Maya, which if it's that, that would save some time.
Basically, it's Futon, is gonna either last location the mirror, or Etium is going to pick the right choice and get the mirror first. Like that's basically what this race is coming down to.
Yeah, and Etium is going for Ice, which is bad. And there is this, and we are down to Green Pendant and Maya and Hera Basement. The summon friendly hint can refer to any NPC, can have refer to the Hype Cave, Minimold Dom, Sashwala, Catfish, Zora, a bunch of NPCs that are falling under that one. And I think Sickhead had 50 rupees or something like that, so that hint is taken care of.
Now, there is a risk here. Because we did Hera Basement so early, there's a potential that our runners may forget about it. I mean, because we did Hera so early, I mean.
Well, I'm at least somewhat sure that our runners at least keep track on those things, that hey, there's still an item left in Hera, they just don't think about going back there right now. They just have other things on their mind. And no, Futon actually did cleared out all the items out of Ice Palace, so this is not the first time into Ice Palace overall. We know it's not the right play. We did skip out on Hero Basement because we didn't have the fire source back then. And Tyroom is really just one more shake on the way.
All right, so we've still got silvers out there. So we've either got, so it's going to be either silvers or mirror on these last two checks.
Well, we still have Swamp Palace.
Oh yeah, that's right. We still have Swamp Palace. That's right.
But would be funny to find now the silvers hit right here on the green pendant.
But yeah, aside from mirror and silvers, oh, and it looks like we're missing one bottle too.
Yeah, but that can be just swamp or something.
Alright, here it is. Is it the green pendant or is it Hera Basement?
Come on, let's get silvers. Or rupees, and it's Hero Basement. And I don't know if you don't know knows. Hey, what's left? Ooh, he's thinking. Oh, he is thinking.
Alright, it's crunch time now. Hera Basement's not on top of his head, so now it's just a matter of when he realizes it. The same thing could happen to etium. Like I said, Hera was done super early in the seed, so it's possible that they just wrote it off as done.
etium, second crit to mountain and go straight up. Bad. Yes, we do need the mirror. There are glitches to circumvent the mirror, but they are not allowed in this tournament since those glitches require to be done on the underworld. And we only allow major glitches on the overworld.
I'm not certain where etium was going. Maybe he was just going for a walk to have a think.
And Futon now in Hera. And
yep, and it looks like he remembered the Hera Basement.
you know, this could have been so different if etium would have just done the mirror when he just done the basement when he came over here.
Yep, and Etium is going for the Meyer play here.
Also, I like the slight bit of hover practice from Futon throughout the pause.
And there's our mirror.
We are at go mode and 1 hour 50 minutes and 48 seconds.
So that mirror has been sitting there waiting for someone to pick it up for quite a while.
Yeah, I kind of waited this since we went to Village of the Outcast, finding our fire rod in the chess game. So at this point, Futon still can get the subdue as long he has not too big of mistakes anywhere in his gameplay. So that's going to be nice. And yeah, silvers are kind of somewhere in swamp, but unless they are in the waterfall chest, I don't think Futon's gonna check anything for that. They might be on Argus as well. Yeah, there's definitely not much search going on for silvers at this point. Futon is in go mode and he won't let anything get in his way.
Yeah, if you got gold sword, there's pretty much no reason to pick up silvers.
So yeah, at this point we know that Ganon gonna say, "Hey, did you find my silver arrows in Swamp Palace?" We kinda checked everything other than Swamp at this point.
And Etium is on his way to Vitreous here. It's kind of funny how that mirror was in Hera basement, because in Overworld glitches, we go to Hera so often.
Wait, we never go to Hera. How could we ever go into Hera? It's like the furthest out of the way thing ever. It's not like we literally go there every second quit.
Alright, Futon on the Argus fight. Gonna make quick work with this one with Butter. Etium almost to Vitreous here. Gonna make quick work of him with the Butter Sword as well, and Cape, unless he wants to go with bow strats.
Yeah. Cape and Butter Sword makes sense. Also silvers, hey!
Well, look at that. Didn't even have to look for him.
Yes, Ganon, thanks for throwing the silvers right in our path.
And Etium picking up the green pendant. we'll probably turn that in and have to remember Hera Basement as well.
Yeah, let's see if etium goes for Thiefstone before Hera. So yeah, he should be able to finish Ganon in the 4 minutes before the hour mark. So this should be a pretty good fight. So yeah, Futon now just gonna give Ganon 6 hits for the first phase. And then another 6 for the second phase. Gonna go for some dash threats. Nice dash straight through the Firebird circle.
Alright, so now etium is flying to Bombo's tablet.
And in the third phase, Futon just has to hit Ganon 3 times so that the floor around the stage goes down. Now that the pig is just needing a few more arrow hits, and last arrow, and the pig explodes. GG's flying into the chat. Getting GG's into the chat for Futon, finishing the seed, and apparently he's kinda gonna go for brackets.
And etium is making the play to the Hera Basement, pretty much not last location, but very close to it.
Talking about last location, Futon here. I think you don't like that mirror placement.
I don't like any seed I've been given this tournament. It's been so bad.
Yeah, you kinda had a slightly better overall route than etium to that last occasion.
Yeah.
That kinda saved you a few minutes here and there.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with a lot of the early stuff I did, so I was feeling good for a while, but then like once it started to run dry and I had like half of Thieves Town, I wanted to go to Ice Palace kind of early because it was like, hey, here's all the stuff good, and it's Ice Palace. There's something there probably. Turns out no. And then I leave Meyer without getting the green pendant, and that wasn't part of the plan. I just didn't think, and I was a little scared on that too. So everything just started compiling into more and more fear as I went through it. And then after checking the green pendant, finally I was just like, there's nothing left. Uh-oh.
Yeah. we thought you guys were just putting the Hero Basement off because it's a tile room and slow. But at least you forgot it. Etium did not. He still would have Thiefstone, the big chest last item in the left. But he just got the mirror. He actually did wanted to check the basement earlier, but then decided, nah, let's not do it. And yeah.
Ooh, that's lucky for me.
Yeah, would have gone a slight bit different if he would just have checked that.
Yeah, it's one of those seeds where, man, if there's only a fire source slightly earlier, this could have been a completely different game all the way through.
Yeah, we should put
Ganon's tower, which would have been crazy.
Yeah. I think you would have hit go mode as soon as you got that hook shot.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe they would have looked for a sword, but I think you had to use sword from Palace of Darkness already there. Etium's Master Sword was the one in Hookshot Cave.
Yes. No, mine was in Pod.
Yeah, yours wasn't bought, etium's was in
Oh,
the
his was. Gotcha. Okay. Does he hover? I don't actually know.
No, he tried to hover, but didn't got that far and just bailed out of it.
Yeah, I guess he can, but it's not like super down just yet.
So yeah, I think with this one you're now going to the brackets, like guaranteed.
Yeah, I think I have the tiebreaker over Etium because he wasn't aware of the way the tiebreaker worked and forfeit 2 of his matches, unfortunately.
Yeah, I try to have the tiebreaker being explained as early as possible, and I think some
There's still
players
a chance
still
he
missed
makes
it, but yeah, there's still a chance of getting a good enough tiebreaker for intergroup things. Not everything
I have
is
a
played
question
out there.
about that. If he's
Yeah.
5 and 3, does he automatically beat everyone who's 4 and 4, or can a 4 and 4 person have a better tie-breaking score? I'm not sure how that works.
Yes, but there's one group already that is a bit different there.
So I was noticing there's 2 groups that could easily just have like 3 people at 6, but I'm not sure if.
The group C is kind of slightly different because they had someone dropping out, kinda. So I have to slightly adjust their intergroup qualifier. Otherwise, it would be kind of unfair for them for the dropout. But so yeah. But
Gotcha.
mainly it will be pretty much just all the third places will have take their tiebreaker into that intergroup thing.
Yeah, it was funny. Chat was asking, is he gonna look for silvers in swamp? And we're
I was
like,
thinking about
yeah, no, probably not. But then Argus dropped it. It's like, well, guess don't have to look for him.
I was pretty tempted to, and I just completely forgot. I was so worried. Just
Yeah,
to the SRL channel.
should have full cleared Swamp Palace just to find the silvers in the end on Argus.
I was gonna do the one chest in the middle that you always get, and then the 2 flooded ones, but I just ran right by it without thinking. Then Argus was like, "Don't worry, buddy, gotcha."
Yeah. We kind of didn't have that many shakes left, anyways. Like,
Yeah, it had to be in swamp. I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
checked everything else in the entire game.
yes, we are definitely sure that everything else is checked in the game. The only thing we are not sure about is Bumper Ledge. Did you check that? I'm not sure.
That was a heart piece, I believe. I did check it.
So yeah.
Yeah, it was a heart
okay.
piece.
We were not sure because of the mid-way into Darkwards that pretty much both of you had available pretty early on. It's pretty easy to miss it from there.
Yeah,
And
I always like to try to put it in before the skull check every time, but sometimes I just completely forget.
Yeah, I kind of understand that I may have forgotten it the one or the other time. I pretty much usually always now just go for a Death Mountain descent into the Bumper Ledge check, just to not forget about Bumper Ledge.
And Etium is on the Ganon fight.
He again just has to hit the pick 6 times, and another 6 times, and 4 times, and then 4 silvers.
Yeah, with gold sword and silvers, it's not that difficult of a fight.
Yeah, you kinda just need to somehow stay alive, which is not the most difficult in the world, but also it can be made difficult if you get a bit of unfortunate happens. By the way, what did you thought about $500 for the fighter's sword? Definitely worth it.
Sorry, what was that?
The Zora check for the 5 Astra, definitely worth it.
Yeah, that was something I was definitely gonna do, and
Yeah.
I'm very happy that the money came in the way that it went in, so that I could go there without worrying about it later. 'Cause I hate routing in Zora late in the game, so
Yeah,
very fortunate.
there are like 2 places you can route Zora in later on. So etium finishing with a time of 2:05:23. Yeah, you can either check it after Desert or Maya and after Maya only if you have the mirror, or you can check it after pretty much clearing out this mountain.
Yeah.
It looks like etium is gonna fast forward to the credits for us, so we'll get that collection rate, and not surprised, 177. Both of you pretty much last location at mirror. I mean, etium.
To be
Not
honest,
quite.
with last location, locationing the mirror, that's still a pretty low collection rate.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I'm trying to think, like Swamp has like 12 or something like that. Well, no, Swamp has like what, 9 random garbage?
Swamp has 6 items, 1 key, and 3 dungeon items. 10 items overall in there, and we are joined by etium. GG's.
Hey, GG Futon.
GG's. That was awful.
Yeah. Did the mirror troll you as well, or was it something
Yeah.
else?
That was my last item.
Futon checked 1 more chest than you did, etium.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have
See.
177 to 176.
Some awkward pendant routing as well.
Yeah, the only thing I had left after Hera Basement was
Thieves Town.
the last item in Thieves Town. I checked the pad and everything, so
the last item in Thieves Town was on the big chest. I guess you had some different routing through Maya or something that made that chest still be different or something.
I guess. I didn't do the cutscene chest in Meyer. Maybe that was it.
Yeah, I did check that one.
But
yeah,
that was just a
Etium, I think you did thought about going for the basement at some point. You did hit the switch and then said go no. You should have gone for it, kind of.
What, in Hera?
Yeah, in Hera, you reset your camera in there and then did go in and hit the switch. We thought you would go for it and then did head out.
Yeah, I think that was when I went and checked Ether Tablet and got the Quake.
Yeah, you should have
Turtle
definitely checked the medallion. Also, maybe
because I clipped into Turtle Rock and just opened the lava chest without really thinking about it, and then opened the chain chomp chest, had no keys left, and realized, oh crap, I gotta find Quake now. So then I found the Quake on the Ether Tablet, and that distracted me, and I just ran right past Hera over to Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
I got pretty lucky on that Quake. I forgot to check the medallion for T-Rock, and after GT I got Bombos, I think it was, in GT, and then immediately got Quake off the tablet as I was going to T-Rock, and it's just like, oh, thank God. Oh no, sorry, Bombos was in Hookshot Cave, and I was just like, thank God I don't have to worry about going to T-Rock without the medallion, having to find the medallion on top of the mirror, and just hate it.
Well, you could have definitely gone with the mirrorless laser clip and routed system backwards, but at the same time, it was out of
something
logic.
I'm never gonna learn.
It's actually not hard. You just need to put the 5 seconds in to actually read up about it, and then it's an hour to practice it a bit.
Yeah, I put some time in earlier today and learned my quick desert. You know, the flip to the back instead of having to clip up top and then walk over and then fall back in. I learned a quick way to do that, and then I taught myself.
It's actually really easy.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was just like, man, how did I never bother to spend time on this? This is free.
Yeah, a lot of the clips are actually just boost buffer through until you're through.
Yeah.
Also, talking about boost buffer until you're through, etium, please learn hookshotless GT clip. You don't need to spin speed clip upwards that you can just dash buffer in until you stop from the same lineup with the wall.
No. Oh well.
Well, GG's. I'm gonna get going.
GG's.
GG's. Well,
I think it's
have fun in
Saturday.
bracket.
Like on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Saturday evening, I think, is my last game of the groups.
10 p.m. on 18th, yeah.
Yeah. So I just found out yesterday that you have to actually finish the seed for the tiebreakers, because for the last couple of games I lost, I just forfeited right away. I didn't realize that the time you lost by makes a difference. So that's the only reason I actually finished this one out.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't make too much difference at this time.
Well, thanks for commentating and tracking everybody.
No problem.
Yeah. So I think that means you're in the brackets, Futon.
Yeah. I think I get the tiebreaker in on that.
Good luck. I don't know if I'll make it or not. I'll be in the wild cards, I guess, if anything.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the white cards, but of course, with you kind of forfeiting the last two matches, I don't know how the white cards overall might turn out.
Yeah.
Most groups are kind of not that far to even estimate how it ends.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, Group C is a complete wildcard overall because they did have a dropout in there and kind of need to adjust for that. And Group D and Group C are kind of not really done already. Like they in Group D and E, we don't have half the matches done by now. Like,
Yeah. When's the cutoff for that?
Sunday.
Okay, so it sounds like 2 people are also gonna drop from that.
Yeah.
I know Ben's trying to squeeze his matches in, but
yeah, Asta I think also tried to squeeze them in, but then had some problems, and Ultima just overall had some big problems for him. So
yeah. I heard
sure.
Asder and Ben had scheduled both theirs, but they couldn't continue.
Yeah, they kind of had to drop out like a few hours before the doubleheader was starting.
That sucks.
But yeah, GG's, and I guess I'll let you guys lose. Futon, have fun in the brackets. Etium, have fun with your last match in the groups, and good luck on getting into the brackets.
Well, thanks, and thanks for commentating and tracking.
And let's quickly take a look on the schedule, and we do see the Link to World Randomizer daily race being on SpeedGaming 2, the German tournament on SpeedGaming Deutsch, and at 4 p.m. we got Ocarina of Time Randomizer on the main SpeedGaming right here, and a restream of that in France, on SpeedGaming Français. So if any of those piques your interest, check them out. I was Michael K, joined by HXC Jettas, and we were also joined by Mascot718 doing the tracking. Big shout outs to her, doing all the buttons, and I think that's it. Goodbye everyone, and see you again next time.